Okay, so your hair is brushed, you showered, you washed your hair. My hair detangles really fast, so I have to kind of go through it a couple times. I always make sure that I brush my hair before I shower too. It just kind of makes things easier and quicker. Also, put some, I always put leave-in conditioner in because it's not necessarily the greatest thing for your hair. So take care of it before you damage and destroy and abuse it. Cool. So this angle is really awkward, but you want to brush it to the point where there's like no bumps, there's no waves. You're really looking for it to be as straight as possible. I'm sorry if you can't see everything. It's the process that's important. Make sure you brush the front. And again, this isn't like a trial and error process. Like, it's gonna take maybe a show or two before it's perfect, which is fine, I get it. My first time doing show hair, I literally, like this kind of show hair, I literally cried in a bathroom because I was 17, I'd never done anything like it before, and no one had told me how to do it, and I was very scared and anxious. So, practice this before you try to do it on the show day, just like randomly. So right now I'm just putting gel throughout my entire hair. Like really every single part of my hair has gel on it right now. You're gonna have to use gel because most of you will have to do your show hair before like the morning rehearsal, and we want it to stay and not bother us at all when we're trying to do our thing. Cool. So now you kind of have to find where you want your bun to sit. And honestly, I've seen some unicorns out there, like those of us that try to do our show buns and then we do it like up here on our head, and it needs to be back further so it can fit on your shako. I would say kind of like at the crown of your head, or like the highest point of your skull, if that makes sense, towards the back. And I just kind of brush my way back there, because if you try to just kind of tie it up like you would if your hair was dry, it's not gonna hold all of the nice smooth edges that you've been brushing out for 25 minutes. And once you find that angle, the more you hunch over, the easier it is to get it without messing up your solid like base here. And once you found a good spot, kind of just hold it there and go through with your fine tooth comb just to really make sure that you don't have any bumps, you don't have any frizz or anything like that, especially in the back. I have not done this since I aged out, so it might take me a little bit. Cool. So I can feel it. I can feel this is kind of where I want to be at. See how like it lays flat and there are no, this guy I'll get with hairspray, like for those of us that have like baby hairs and things like that. If you want to do the poof or kind of like get a little fancy with this, I do 3 fingers right here, and at the base of the other 2, I kind of like bring that forward. And this depends on your hair type. This is kind of an advanced move, but then you're gonna leave that part out while you tie your ponytail in place. So this guy's gonna stay down here, and I'm gonna pull the rest of it into my pony. Really don't try to like rush through this process. Like, it needs to look like box 5. I'm trying to have box 5 show hair. So once you found that spot and you're all tied up and you have no frizzies, no flyaways, now you get to pull it into your pony. Okay, be careful when, you know how we do this to like tighten ponytails? Be careful, because sometimes, see this guy right here? When you pull it into the pony, you get some rogue warriors on the side that want to come popping out. So just be aware of that. Cool. Hey, not too bad, Hobson. That's pretty good for being an old lady. Alright. Very carefully tighten it so that it doesn't create any bumps in the side. You flatten that out more if you need to. Okay. Now you're going to take another round of gel, and you're going to, what I like to do is put it in my hands and like kind of pan it across like this. Getting my baby hair flattened. I'm just gonna go all around and smooth over it. Yeah, just kind of like lay it along the side of your head like a little dome. And while you're at it, you can run some more gel through these bad boys because they definitely need it. And then you're gonna go back with your fine tooth comb and you're just gonna go over that, just to make sure there are no bumps. Don't want no bumps. Awesome. Cool. Now you're going to give your neck a break for like 3 seconds. Cool. Again, we're going to keep this part out because we need it for the poof for later. And if you don't want to do the poof, this can just go back in with everything that we've put in the pony so far. Awesome. Sometimes you have to be a little flexible and work with pulling and making sure you have the right angle. Awesome. Cool. This guy out front is poking forward a little bit, but it's fine because I'm going to have the poof anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you're not going to do the poof, you don't want that. You want it to just be a smooth surface. Is there a dog in here? Hi, Sasha. Okay, bye. I'm busy. Gonna brush through ponytail. Be really careful to not snag any of your pieces that were inside of your pony already. Put some more gel through that. There's like a lot of gel in this process. You're gonna have to invest in some gel. I don't know what to tell you. Cool. Now we're gonna take our lovely handy dandy sock bun. My hands are all wet, I can't open it. So, sock bun. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. That's where I got these. When I marched, I got them at Walgreens, but I couldn't find any, so I just went to Amazon. Okay, now the moment of truth. You'll might have to adjust the evenness and the centeredness of it when you put the bun on. So just be aware that this process could take up to like I don't know, 45 minutes. It shouldn't, but it can. This is a part that like you're gonna want a friend to help you with, or your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother or whatever. So you spread out your hair on the top of the bun, and you need to make sure it's evenly spread and that there are no pieces of the sock bun pushing through. There are no breaks in the hairline or bumps or anything like that. So again, I put gel. I look so dumb. I put gel along the top like this, and then I just brush over it. The hardest part of the process is actually this part coming up here. So after you have that smoothed down, I like to go in with the hairspray and just get that bad boy like not going anywhere. Like honestly, can never escape this bun. So you put that on there. Now, this is the hardest part because if you put this hair tie over the bun, right, it's going to want to squish back up when you put it around it. So you have to this is again why having a friend for this part is very, very beneficial. A lot of people like to do the roll down. I like to do the roll down and then I hold it out and I hold it out like this. And I smooth this part down, and then I pinch it, and then I let the hair tie come in. That's actually not terrible. Honestly, I was surprised I did that well. Now is kind of like the part that's gonna depend on like your hair type and your hair thickness. I'm gonna do another round of gel on this. Boom. Boom. We'll lift up a little bit, get some more hair in the bun. So you're never gonna want more braid than bun, if that makes sense. You're always gonna want more bun than braid. The braids are more of like an embellishment to the bun. Hairspray that bad boy down. She's not going anywhere. Cool. Now we have all this random hair, right? This is the part where you're going to need to section it off as evenly as possible. I'm going to take this hair that I'm using for my poof, and I'm going to tie it so I don't get it all messed up in my braids. Boom. And again, all of this stuff is stuff that I will have with me at shows. So if an emergency happens or something, or you're like, Sarah, I straight up tried to do this and I couldn't, I suck at it. Oh yeah, this is another part that sucks. Trying to get through the braided sections without messing up the bun that you've just made perfect. And then when you pull on it with your brush, it wants to come out, which is why you should probably double band it. Yeah, that helps sometimes. So brush through the remains of the hair. Be careful that you don't just completely sabotage all the hard work you've just put in, because that would suck. And then you have to kind of start over. So we're just going... Wow, this looks so dumb. Yeah, this is a very glamorous process. Going through. Cool. Some of you might have more hair. I like to do the poof mostly so I have less hair that I have to put in the braids. Like all of this is going in my poof. And all of this is stuff that's not going in my braid. Thank goodness, because if you have a lot of hair, it's going to be hard to keep your bun bigger than your braid. So I recommend for all of us thick-haired folks out there, do the poof. Practice the poof, learn the poof, do the poof. Cool? Cool. I'm just going to put another round of gel in here. Cool. Alright. Now, I guess I could do two. I am a big, thick braid fan, so I've always said that kind of the thicker the better for these, but that's honestly just a style preference that doesn't really mean anything. Okay, so I've got my gel. I've gone through it with the fine-tooth comb. Now, I have layers, so I know that this is going to need a lot of gel and a lot of hairspray. First, we're just going to section this off into braids. I guess while I'm braiding, I can talk about other show stuff. So, as far as makeup is concerned, I don't care as long as it's not distracting and as long as there's nothing that's below the collar. Only because that's, it's gonna get on your uniform. And it honestly is just gonna sweat off anyway. Like, I used to be, in high school, I was like, oh, I have to look cute for all these performances and all these shows and football games and stuff. And, like, I was wearing a shaker the whole time. Like, no one could even see me. Like, what's the point? But if you're one of those people that it's like, makeup makes me feel good, retweet, do your thing. As the season goes on, we might have like show makeup, maybe not. But you know, I don't care. I know some of y'all like to do like cute show themed makeup. Dope, as long as it looks like good and you're not like you're not like just doing it to get like attention or anything like that, because that's not, we're here to look the same, and like one band, we're not really here to be individuals. So just make sure you're not trying to like, I don't know, do too much, because it still needs to look uniform. So we're doing the braids, yeah. I've gelled every section of the braid. I've brushed every section of the braid. Getting it pretty tight at the end. I like to leave a little room before I go into the braid, if that makes sense. Like, this is all unbraided, so that it has the flexibility to wrap around the bun, which is what's going to happen with these. Okay, so you take your clear or your hair colored elastic bands. I don't care what color they are, as long as it's not, if it has to be like your hair color or clear. My hair color is different in a lot of different spots of my hair, so I just use the clear. It just not any like lime green or like pink like hair bands. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I've gelled through that braid, be done, and I'm gonna hairspray it like a lot, so we don't have any flyaways or anything like that. Now we're gonna do the other side. I don't know. I don't really have anything other than that to say. Help each other out. Vets that have maybe done this before. Like, this can be stressful. Like, this was probably the most stressful thing I dealt with when I was marching, because I had never done anything like that before. So if this video is helpful, great. If it's not, don't watch it. If you know how to do this, dope. Love that. But I never had this when I was starting and when I was marching drum corps, where I actually had to do this. So if you like it, use it. If you don't, whatever, who cares? So I did the same process on this side. I brushed through it, and it's all gelling. I'm going to try and do a better job on this braid this side, though. This is a part of the process that I would build in extra time for. If you know that you have, like, temperamental hair, or just more hair. Like, I always knew that this part was going to take me the longest. And, like, the brushing at the beginning. Oh, the brushing at the beginning. That also sucks. But, yeah, like I said, if you brush your hair before you shower, while you shower, immediately after you shower, you should be fine. Oh, I missed a piece. Okay, see this? My braid's done, but I missed a piece. We'll get to that later. Because I'm all about the hair hacks when it comes to show hair. Boom. Love that. Yeah, okay. This braid was much better than the one on the other side. Cool. So, now what's gonna happen is you're gonna pick a direction, the one that your braid follows the easiest for the first one, and you're just going to wrap her around. Cool. Done. Now you take a bobby pin, which I also will have an infinite amount of. Don't separate them first. It diffuses the effectiveness of the bobby pin. And just find inconspicuous spots to put the bobby pin in. Again, your hair cannot fall apart, so err on the side of needing more bobby pins. It's okay. Nobody has to know. Alright, and then you're gonna go same direction. Same direction as the last braid. And you're gonna follow that around. Boom. Do the same, and that extra piece of hair, hold on to him, because he'll be very important here in a second. Boom. If you feel the bobby pins poking you, as long as it's not excruciatingly painful, just let it go. Okay, so this piece, just tuck him back in there and link it up with a braid and then bobby pin. Boom. Boom! Awesome. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go around and find maybe the spots that in the whole process have gotten a little out of control. I always have to bobby pin my braids in more, otherwise I look like very dumb. So awesome. Show buns are very finicky. It's really easy to get frustrated with this. Just try your best to
remain calm. It can be done. It really can, especially if you're not used to doing it. Okay, now you're gonna hairspray all this. Take that comb. Ooh. And like flyaways that are bound to happen, like, you know, the ones that just kind of happen because your hair is dry, get those just with gel and hairspray. There's really no hack for that. You just kind of have to be aware of it. Sweet. Okay, now the poof. If I can get this elastic out of my hair, maybe. The poof is a very special thing to me. I always hyped the poof. It's kind of like my pre-show ritual, like, hype. Besides listening to music and stuff. So you brush through this bad boy. And put more gel in it because I don't trust myself. Here we go. Awesome. So, there are multiple ways to go about a poof. There are lots of different kinds of poofs. We can do the holy name twist. This is kind of the poof what we did at cadets when I marched there. Until our show hair was changed 5 million times. So you take it flat, and then you just twist it in to the braid, and then you would bobby pin it like so, and you have this kind of cool little thing going on. Or you can this one is a little trickier. So brush up, twist toward the middle kind of here. I'll do that again for you. So brush it up and twist until you get to about there, depending how big your hair is. Okay. So see how I twisted that after like what, a finger's length worth of it? Place it right next to the braid. Go in on bobby pins. I mean, really, you can't have too many unless it looks like there's a bobby pin party happening on your head. Just try to be discreet about them. Cool. So see how that's pinned in now? I'm trying to do a good job of this, I promise. And then you can either braid it, which I will do because I have braids in my bun. It would be very strange of me for my poof to not be braided. So you just take the excess of it, or excess, and braid that. Sometimes if I was feeling like lazy, or I was like, you know, gonna try something different, you just do the 2 twist braid. Very not braidy braid, but it looks, you know, the same. So, and then you just wrap that in with the rest of your braids on your head. Get your bobby pins. And get them in there. Alright. And if there's some little pieces hanging out, just bobby pin them, you know, just bobby pin them. So I've got some stragglers, right? I've got some baby hairs. What you're gonna want to do is, first of all, I'm putting gel all up on the side of my head. I mean, just really just get in there, you know, just get in there. Oh, I'll have to fix that too. Like, this is a process that, like, you just keep learning how to be better at. Like, I did 3 years of drum corps and I still, sometimes it's just hard. Hair is difficult to deal with. So I put gel up on the side of my face. Now I'm going through with the fine-tooth comb. You know how we do. Boom. Maybe you have a couple of these guys that's just like not gonna stay. Put a bobby pin in there. Tried and true, just try to hairspray gel, then hairspray like as much as you possibly can. Boom. There you have it, your show hair with poof. So finally that's done. If there are any more questions or maybe you guys want to talk about what you want to do for show makeup, I'm always down to clown for those conversations. So just let me know. I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Bye.